Yeah, bro, I was straight nibbling on them toes. I mean, here's the thing. You're gonna watch the video, not like, not subscribe, and expect me to let them toes be unnibbled? Them straight dogs? Yeah, literally that. I'm so glad you understand PAA. You know what? I just wanted to call you to let you know about that, but good luck with the dorseless triangle things. Yeah, I got you. All right. Oh no, yo, was I recording that whole oh man, if only I could edit that part out. Aw, rats, it looks like it's too late for that, dude. Nah, but before people start connecting the dots, let's get into the real video at hand. So today we're gonna be looking at some analog horrors. Now, I know if you guys have been around on this channel, we've seen a lot of analog horrors, EAS scenarios included, and a lot of them make me, you know, laugh. I'm just straight, you know, rolling on the floor laughing because they be a little bit goobery. And then some of them are just nightmare fuel that cause me to, you know, just grab random weapons lying around the room just to be like, oh no, I ain't dying today. So at the end of the day, we don't really know what we're going to be getting into, but today I was actually sent 5 videos that I was told are actually horrifying, but we're about to find out. Now, the first analog horror we're going to be looking at today is called Whatever You Do, Don't Stop Smiling, an analog horror created by MBS Analog. Now, in concept, this already seems terrifying. Like, presumably there's a creature watching you while you just, you know, have to maintain a smile no matter how bad it hurts. And if you don't, it might, I don't know, just release your search history or tie your shoes together while you're walking or put saran wrap under your toilet seat. I don't know, a whole bunch of terrifying things. Actually, that would be pretty bad. Just a mild inconvenience demon. But no. Let's see what happens if you don't smile.
If you are receiving this message, please stay calm. If you are currently showing any...
Once again, I'm sorry for pausing right off rip, but brother, staying calm. I feel like all these EAS scenarios, analog horrors are like, nah, bro, you gotta remain calm. Meanwhile, me, I'm gonna be activating my fight or flight, and I'm gonna be, I don't know, surviving while the rest of the people are just calmly dying. I don't know.
Other facial expressions besides from smiling, stop immediately. You must immediately change your facial expression into smiling. There are anomalies in your area.
My brother, why he pterodactyl shaped?
It appears that smiling, or showing any joy, will confuse the anomalies into thinking you are one of them. If
What
a person
in the...
is not smiling, they will be violently terminated.
It's a crazy build.
The anomalies travel in herds, and have split into packs in your area. Whatever you do not show any other emotions or facial expressions like sadness, fear, angry, possessed.
Hell, my boy straight gumming it up with no teeth and also just those empty eyes and, the pasty Elmer's glue skin. Heck no, dude. You see this? It's gonna wipe the smile right off your face. You're already cooked if you see this. But scariest thing, he gumming it up.
My friends had also written in his diary
Gotta stop saying that.
It started 5 days ago. Those 5 days of disaster. I always tried to stay positive. And I loved smiling and expressing my emotions. But ever since these joy monsters appeared, smiling signals suffering, devastation, and fear. I remember 2 nights ago, when I was still doing everything I
did we just
keep smiling,
turn into autobiography?
Funny videos, I couldn't keep up the smiling. So I decided to get a knife and cut into my own cheeks. The pain felt
man straight jokered himself.
Until suddenly, an anomaly broke into my house. It was 9:36. I ran to the source of the noise. Then, I saw the creature. It was
Why? Okay. I'm telling you, this wiggly boy, these nubs gotta be the least scary thing ever, right? But also, why would you hear a sound and straight run to it? If I was ever home alone or even home with someone else and I heard, I don't know, something crash through the window, brother, I'm going the opposite direction, locking and loading and waiting for them to come to me. I mean, like my man clearly ain't thinking straight. Hell no.
Standing still in the middle of the hallway. What? I kept smiling. I wanted to stop so badly, but my sliced cheeks were preventing me from doing that. The creature thought that I was one of them, so much it finally left. I couldn't sleep that night. At this point, I could only express one facial expression. Smiling. I may look happy,
them red eyes.
I am not.
Alright, hold up. I'm sorry for continuing to pause, but I love how he's saying he's not happy and the X through his face is the Twitter logo. Brother, there are layers to this video. I love how it actually makes sense.
And not behind his smile. I'm suffering, both physically and mentally. That next night, I woke up at exactly 4:49 a.m. when I was tired, scared, hopeless, and still smiling. I rubbed my eyes in tiredness. When suddenly, I saw the creature standing in my bedroom doorway, staring at me, smiling. It was watching.
I mean, he got them
not like
nubs,
just
though.
watching, but stalking and observing, like it's waiting for me to lose the last drop of stamina I had left, and stop smiling, and attack. Its neck twitched before it approached me, looked at me directly with its blood-red, monstrous eyes of joy. It scared me so badly to the point I just couldn't smile anymore, and I let go. While it felt so good letting go of this expression, the monster didn't tolerate it. It attacked me, and I was rapidly bleeding out. I don't have much time
Brother, you got
left.
nubbed.
To anyone who is hearing this, remember, these monsters will seek out anyone who is not smiling or appearing to be one of them. Whatever you do, don't stop smiling.
Wait, I'm sorry, did this man straight get nubbed by this, entity? And then he still had this time to make a whole ass analog horror EAS, warning to people? My dude must have been bleeding out for a whole week. Brother is a trooper.
But if you don't,
What?
your mutilated corpse will.
Alright, shut up, Windows. Wait, so it says, I will make you happy, and in the background, brother, we see this uncanny Valley Mandela catalog entity with, I don't know, either 2 rows of teeth or braces. Two of the scariest things. Nah, I'm memeing. And also just hollow sunken eyes with just the massive pupils. Ah, nah, dude. Yeah, for sure, this is absolutely the creature to put saran wrap under a toilet seat. Actual nightmare fuel. So you know what? Hey, I guess we've learned our lesson. We gotta make sure that we keep a smile up so that we don't have, the mild inconvenience demon nub us to death. But that being said, let's move on to the next analog horror. All right, up next, we have an analog horror called Streetlight made by Zenith Initiative. Now, I straight up have no idea what this is about. I'm assuming you're going to have to use streetlights as safety, or they're going to be, a summoning point for a whole bunch of creatures that will just spew out from it. At the end of the day, I have no idea, but let's find out before I start making some fanfics.
You were out for a walk in the middle of the day and the sun suddenly went down?
What? Did Ra just take
First
a hiatus?
of all, don't panic.
Ra was like, nah, I'm dipping,
Remain
brother.
calm and find the nearest streetlight in your area.
Okay. So the sun plummets, you find the nearest streetlight. Alright. And if there are no streetlights, I'm betting you hecked.
Do not move away from the light. There might be danger in the...
Bro, why not his build, though? You know it has to be that way. Oh, no.
Once daylight returns, you can safely resume your activities.
Okay, bro, that... But I mean, for real, look at this helicopter-looking goober. I bet you if you just, let him rip, he'd be spinning for eons. Nah, he the Beyblade demon. Because that's seriously a crazy build. I mean, it's either that or we got something a little bit inappropriate here, or quite a bit inappropriate here. But nah, I'm gonna choose to believe he's, helicopter-shaped. But anyway, Zenith Initiative, I absolutely love that. I love these, very short analog horrors, but they have, very unique concepts to them. These are my absolute favorites. Anyways, let's move on to the next analog horror. Up next, we have a video called One of Your Classmates Isn't Real, an analog horror created by Dead Signal VHS. Now, we've actually watched a video by this channel before, and they make some of the highest quality analog horror content out there. So, brother, I am so excited to see what happens here. Also, this whole Classmate and just classroom analog horror has been seeming to get more popular recently, so I'm very curious to see their take.
This is an official broadcast.
Just something
from the
wrong
District
happening in a
Behavioral
classroom.
Safety Department.
All right.
Please remain calm. This
Brother,
message
I
is
ain't
intended
gonna.
for students
Heck
only.
no.
If you are currently in a classroom, look around you, but do not make eye contact with anyone for more than 3 seconds.
Noted.
If someone near you is sitting completely still, blinking less than once per minute, or repeating their
How would I
answers
tell?
exactly word for word every time they're asked, report it silently to your administrator using Form S13. Do not confront them.
Wait. So first off, I don't even know how to access this form S13, but also how are we supposed to tell if someone hasn't been blinking in over a minute if we can't look at them for longer than like 3 seconds? Yeah, boy, starting to see some issues here. I don't know, man.
Them directly, and under no circumstances should you ask them if they're feeling off. We believe this started last Tuesday when a teacher at high school experienced what officials are calling a behavioral freeze. She reportedly did not blink for 72 hours. Students believed it was a challenge, a dare, but one student, name withheld, stared into her eyes. Too long. He changed later that day, not all at once. First, he started answering questions he wasn't asked. Then he sat motionless through the entire fire drill, even when smoke entered the room.
Bro, okay, just imagine, like, you know, the teacher started to talk about, you know, statistics or math questions, and you see this goober to the left of you keep talking about how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Like, yeah, I guess that would be completely weird, them just answering the same thing, but also I'm assuming just, like, you know, emotionless. Oh, hell.
By the end of the week, he was smiling during the math test.
Yeah,
Not
scary.
anyone,
That's gotta be scary.
Smiling.
During a test,
Yesterday,
too?
3 more students in his class stopped blinking. We do not believe this is a virus. We do not believe this is a prank. This is a behavioral anomaly with visual triggers. The cause is unknown, but the pattern is spreading. If your classmate is already showing symptoms, do not panic. They will not harm you, yet. But understand this, they do not know they are no longer human. They will continue to laugh at jokes, turn in homework, and even answer to their name. But you'll start to notice small things. Their handwriting changes. Their shoes are always perfectly clean. They never use contractions when speaking. These are not coincidences. These are integration errors. If your teacher asks you to make eye contact longer than 10 seconds, look away. If a student offers you a note written in red ink, do not read it. And if someone near you hasn't blinked since this broadcast began, it's already too late. This message will repeat every
for
hour
them or for me?
Until they shut it off, or until it finds another viewer. End of transmission.
Wait, until this video finds another viewer? Are you telling me there's a singular video of this, like, going around? Wait, hold on. I'm starting to think that this video might be the anomaly and not what it's talking about. The fact that it's just transferring from one person to the next, which would also make sense because there is a little bit of, you know, weird things going on. Like, why would some entity just want their shoes always clean? Like, brother, wouldn't he just be raw walking? I'm not coining that term, but brother, it's just like, you know, without shoes or socks. That I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it up to you guys. Oh, what do you guys think is the true anomaly? What's going around, or the video that's just straight, you know, lying to you? Anyways, up next we have an analog horror called The Incredibles Analog Horror, created by Riley Lewis. Now, I'm a little bit confused. I don't even know how you can make The Incredibles like a horror thing. So Riley Lewis, you on the stage, I bet you they're gonna actually make this a little bit unnerving, and I'm very curious to see how they do it. Oh no.
This is fine.
That's fine.
I mean, I can break through walls, I just can't.
That's fine.
Get this.
Oh, Mr. Incredible.
I forgot about that
secret
line.
Identity?
Every superhero has a secret identity. I don't know a single one who doesn't. Who wants the pressure of being super all the time?
Alright, I see where you're going. This is a big cup of nope.
Secret identity. Can you see me in this at the supermarket? Come on. I would want to go shopping as Elastigirl, you know what I mean?
Yo, okay, I'm sorry. Is this not one of the creepiest things ever you got? Is this the smile dog smile? But then, okay, I'm actually just staring into those pupils right now. I should be looking away, but for some reason I'm not, and I feel like I'm summoning something as I'm looking into those pupils. Okay, I am making a terrible mistake. All right, if any of you guys looked into those pupils like I did, we in this together, all right? We'll have to fight off the demons together. Oh my god. That's terrifying, dude. Just that image. Oh. Oh, this is like big bad guy evil villain's base. I forgot his name. Ooh, there. ergonomicy of that chair. Wait, did that just say ass word? Alright, I gotta stop making fun of this. Because it is kind of creepy. Yo, finances gotta be the scariest thing in this video. The fact that they had that word in there. Oh, right, this was when he was sending the robots after the heroes to start taking them out. And he was, like, refining his robot. Oh my god. Mr. Incredible. Yo, that's a little creepy. Did my man just throw a FNAF jump scare type of thing in the very end? Aw, heck no, dude. But actually, that was pretty well done. I wasn't expecting anything like this to be, you know, quite unsettling. And I feel like the latter half wasn't the most, you know, settling. But that Elastigirl image was so well done. Oh my god. You know, hats off to you, Riley Lewis. Bro, you get a round of applause for that one. Anyways, let's move on to the next analog horror before I have to deal with that demon. Now for our last analog horror, we have one called It Enters Your House Through Photos, an analog horror created by Dusk Broadcast. And just theorizing, bro, this is still a scary concept, but I'm assuming it's just like you look at a photo and it might be taking the place of one of you or another family member, or it might just be appearing in the background. Either way, that's some scary stuff. Like you have these things that are just meant to be, you know, heartwarming memories, and then there's just this entity in them. Aw, heck nah.
Today you may notice something small in a photo on your wall, a detail you could have sworn
Bro, those
was different.
eyes?
Look
those
again.
Eyes look
Someone
creepy.
else is in it now, and they weren't there before. This is Dusk Broadcast. Please pay close attention. Anomaly number 6
sir.
has been confirmed active in residential sectors. The
Anomaly
entity integrates
6.
itself into familiar objects,
Yo,
most often
editing.
photographs. It inserts itself quietly, waiting to be invited in. If you see a family photo and there is a face you don't recognize, stop. Do not touch the photo. Do not try to remember who they are. The figure may appear at the edge of the frame at first, blurry, like part of the background. Each time you look, the figure will seem clearer, closer, more distinct. The others in the photo may change as well. Their smiles may look strained, their eyes may seem to glance toward the figure that shouldn't be there. If you notice these changes, do not show the photo to anyone else. The anomaly spreads through recognition. Do not speak to the figure if it appears
Wait,
in
if you
dreams.
recognize it?
Cover the photo with a cloth.
It kills you?
Do not destroy it. Destruction may release the anomaly. If the figure in the photo begins to appear in reflections...
Okay, straight up, you going from photos to reflections, but you wouldn't even be able to drink a glass of water. Like you just look into the water as you're about to drink and he just pops out of the reflection of the... Nah. There is literally nothing you can do against this creature. What?
If you hear knocking on the wall where the photo hangs, leave the room immediately. Report all sightings to the Office of Anomaly Safety. And if the figure ever smiles at you directly from the photo, do not stay in the house. Dusk Broadcast signing off. Stay tuned. Stay safe.
Thank you. I don't know how I'm gonna stay safe, but actually, especially after that, I don't know how I'm gonna stay safe, but that is hopefully, you know, a mild inconvenience demon. Otherwise, you straight cooked. I mean, well, he's saying don't go in the house, so he might be a saran wrap under the toilet seat type of demon. I don't know. That's just wishful thinking, Ultis here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and if you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you guys enjoyed these individual videos, I got links to all the creators and their videos down in the description, so feel free to check them out and subscribe to them as well. But that being said, once again, like and subscribe, or else I mean, you know what's gonna happen. Your toes are gonna be nibbled upon tonight. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't make the rules or anything. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.